In this video, I'm going to be checking out Adobe Firefly, the generative AI image tool. Let's take a look.
So this is Adobe Firefly. I've put a link in the description below, firefly.adobe.com, and as of March 2024, this is what it looks like when you first enter the site. So the main three functions it's got, as you can see here, we've got text to image, we've got generative fill, and we've got text effects. Those are the main three that I'm going to show you today. Now, the first one I find really fun, probably the most fun of all three, is the generative fill. And here you can actually take one of your own photographs or images and play about with it. So let's do that. Generate. And I'm going to upload an image of my dog, who's called Major. And he's a very cute dog, as you're about to see, and there he is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to have a little play around, and I'm going to change the background. You can see down at the bottom, here's where you've got your options, and there's a little option here called background. I'm going to click on that. And what that's going to do is it's going to strip away the background very cleverly. So it's done that quite neatly, actually. Sometimes it can be a little bit funky, but it's captured his whole body. I don't think it's got anything missing. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to type in here basically a different background. So let's type in woodland and see what that does. And if I click on generate or just press enter, and it's going to give me some options. I think it's at least 3 options, depending on what you like the look of. Now, this is the free version, and you get 25. Here we go. You get 25 generative fills per month, so there is a limit on this. But that's the first one it gives me, and that is absolutely stunning. I think. I just think that looks so realistic. That really could be an actual picture of some woodland close to us. I can click on another one there. That one's not so good. It looks like he's kind of floating. Again, not as good. It's done something weird to his body, and you do find this that like AI still in really its infancy, the generative AI. But I really did like that first one very much indeed. Why don't we try a different background? So cancel that one. This time, let's try a beach. Okay, and we'll just generate. Misspelling beach. Okay, and generate. Literally, as I'm watching this, I haven't tried this particular background before, so I'm watching this for the first time as much as you are. There he is on a beach. I mean, again, that looks pretty good. There's a little bit of funkiness around the outside there. I don't like too much, but I mean, as a first attempt, that is really quite impressive, isn't it? And what I do like about it as well is it matches the light. It's kind of worked out where the light's coming from, I think, on the original photo, and it's trying to match that in the image in the generated background. So let's click on this one. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. It looks especially fake to me because the water is, you just wouldn't get that kind of a colour ocean anywhere around the British Isles. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but. Yeah, but it's still pretty good. And there we go. There's another one. Is that something weird's happened to his body down here? It's kind of given him several weird legs. But still, I think it's pretty impressive. Probably the first one was the best. Yeah, that's really, really fun, isn't it? Let's do one more. So let's say, what about... Oh, let's do... Why don't we put him in the Arctic this time? See what happens there. Okay, that looks a bit weird. We've kind of got some cracked ice down here, which kind of looks like it's a floor. Doesn't quite work out. What about this one? Okay. You get the idea anyway. It's pretty fun, and that is the main kind of, for me, I think one of the main purposes of this particular tool. And you can download it. Now, when you do download it, I'm not going to download it, but you will notice that in the bottom corner, you'll get a little Adobe watermark, which is part of the license. And the other thing it will do is it will put some metadata on the image that you've downloaded to basically register that it's been AI generated, that it's not an original creation, it's not an actual photograph. So I guess that's part of the AI regulations, which I think is probably quite a good thing. If we just go, whatever happens if I click on that? Right, yeah, we're back on the home page. So that was the generative fill. There are other things you can do on it. If I just click on this again, and I think what we can do here, let's have another go. So let's take this lady here. Now, why don't we change something? Why don't we give her some glasses? Okay, so we've got an insert button here, right? Which is already selected over on the left. So if I just select her eye area, and you see it says add here. Let's type glasses. And hopefully it's going to work out that I mean spectacles, not like the kind that you drink out of. Yeah, and it's given her some glasses, which looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm impressed with that. And yeah, it gives you different options. Yeah, it makes her eyes look different. But yeah, I could obviously type in a slightly different prompt to get a different result. I've already shown you removing the background on the actual image of my dog, so I won't do that again. But if I go back to the home page, and this time we're going to do text to image, right? So let's click on this one. And the good thing about this is that it basically shows you what the prompt was that generated this. So here we've got cat yarn, okay? Here we've got the depth and fluidity is achieved, especially in the play of twilight, and water is simply stunning. Hang on. Beautiful abstract head, positive thinking, creative mind with flowers, birds, vegetations, flowers levitating overhead, graphic art, creative background with stylish, colourful collage of nature. So it's very cool in that you can see what it was, what prompted this image. So here we go. The image features an older man, a long white beard and moustache, wearing a turban. He has a stern expression, giving the impression of a wise and experienced individual. The man's beard and moustache are prominent. She's just so cool, isn't it? I'm just feel like a kid again with this sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is to basically have a little tinker around with one of the existing images and change slightly one of the prompts. Okay, so let's look at this one of this cat here, right? Now what this has said is long-haired cat wearing colourful Hawaiian shirt taking photographs with a vintage style camera, right? So the thing I'm going to change here is I'm going to change it to a dog instead of a cat. And let's see what happens then. The other, while we're just waiting, it's popped up now. I'm just going to skip to here. But the other thing to note about this particular program is that it's one of a competitor of three, really. You've got this one, you've got DALL-E, and you've also got DAL AI or whatever, and the other one is Midjourney, and they all have slightly different functionality. I think this one from research is the one that is the most user-friendly. You don't really have to know too much about AI prompting to get results. As you can see here, we've got some really nice results just from changing one word, using somebody else's kind of prompt. And down here, you've got different options available. Oh yeah, it's just the ones that we just saw then. Okay, yeah, so that's really fun. Let's go back and have a look at one of the other images and see if we can just tweak it a little bit. What's looking quite interesting here? Let's just scroll down and down and down. What's capturing my imagination? Let's see. Okay, what about this one? Is it a llama? Is that what it is? Yeah, a llama standing 3/4 sideways in front of a red barn, wearing sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt. Okay, let's change the red barn to an office building and see what happens there. You can have some real fun with this. My friend's actually printed some canvas of some really wacky things just purely out of his imagination in his house, and it's so cool. Yeah, that's just pretty cool, isn't it? It's given me what I asked for. It's given me office buildings in the background. What is interesting is it's kind of changed the style a little bit. The other one was a bit more sort of photorealistic, I would say. But yeah, should we have a go at basically changing the prompt entirely, and let's just think of, let's say it's a giraffe sitting on a director's chair on a movie set with a megaphone holding a megaphone and wearing a baseball cap. Okay, let's have a look at that. It's quite exciting, isn't it? The anticipation as it's building up. Yeah, it's given me what I was after. That is just so much fun, isn't it? You know what? I'm just going to see what happens if I change the image slightly and I just say a photorealistic giraffe. Okay, let's see what happens now and see if it can make it something that looks a little bit less abstract and a bit more realistic. How on earth they're going to get a giraffe sitting realistically on a director's chair, I don't know, but let's have a look. See if we can get that. Has that made it much more? I'd say the giraffe maybe is a little bit more realistic there. Yeah, it's given me what I asked for. What more can I say? That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go back to the main menu, and then we've got the other one to try is text effects. Okay. Okay, let's describe the text effect that I want to create. Why don't we have, I'm going to call this traditional is the text that I want it to generate, and the style is I want it to be William Morris style, who is, I believe, a sort of a very famous style of floral. That's it. Yeah, it's what it's done. Now here I can also do some different sort of sample prompts. So what's this one? Snake. Is that going to do anything? Is it just taking its sweet time? I'm pretty new to this, as you can tell. I'm not exactly an expert at this. We can also do different styles here. I think, again, it tends to... So what I'm discovering here is that for each different prompt that you do, you're going to get basically 4 different options. I think it's given me... It's finally responded to my snake and then this loose type of prompt here. So, yeah. Why don't we say... Oh gosh, I'm on the spot now. What would I say? What sort of style of thing will I want? I can just unleash my imagination. You know what? I don't know if it has movie references. Why don't we say Gizmo and then say prompt is Gizmo Gremlin. Gizmo from Gremlins fur. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it actually has. That does look like Gizmo's fur. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, that's just a quick, like literally 15 minutes little tour there. But I mean, that is a heck of a lot of fun, isn't it? So yeah, hope that's been helpful. And I may have a look at its competitors, Midjourney and DAL AI, in another video. But yeah, you get the idea. That's pretty cool, huh?